This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Wife in custody over husband's shooting. A wife was taken into custody Sunday morning after a dispute with her husband led to him being shot with his licensed firearm. The husband was shot in the hand. Reports are that about 7:30 a.m., the couple, who was having marital issues, was doing chores at home when the wife entered the washroom where her husband was doing the laundry and held the gun to her head. The husband held onto her hand and the two tussled, during which a round was discharged from the firearm. The husband received an injury to his right hand. The wife was placed into custody pending further investigations. 15-year-old gas station robbery suspect arrested. A 15-year-old boy was arrested at a gas station store in Red Hill Square, St. Andrew yesterday after a police team responded to an emergency call of a robbery in progress. The Jamaica Constabulary Force reported that when the team entered the building, they found the boy hiding underneath a cardboard box and he pointed a homemade shotgun in their direction. The police opened fire and the minor fell. The police retrieved their weapon and the teen was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital for treatment and admitted in stable condition. After the scene was processed by both the JCF and the Independent Commission of Investigations, a 12-gauge cartridge was found along with a Silver Taurus Magnum .357 revolver containing 3 live rounds and 2 empty casings. The arrest came hours after the cops shot and killed a man while another escaped Monday morning at the same location when they attempted to rob the store. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Shaquille Simpson, otherwise called Pee-wee, of Red Hills Road. Teen accused of shooting 6-year-old cousin to surrender to the police. The Westmoreland police are expressing confidence that the 15-year-old boy who accidentally shot and killed his 6-year-old cousin, Jadane Miller, while playing with an illegal gun yesterday, will be held before the end of the day. The news has been informed that the police has made arrangements with individuals connected to the 15-year-old to turn himself in, accompanied by a lawyer. The 6-year-old boy was shot dead in the community of Darling Street, Savanna-la-Mar, Westmoreland. Reports are that the teenager was playing with a gun in the yard in the community when it went off and a bullet hit the 6-year-old. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The teenager reportedly fled the scene. Chicken vendor chopped up by relatives. 2 family members of a jerk chicken vendor have been accused of wounding him using a machete in Richmond Hill, Beckerstead yesterday afternoon. Reports are that about 3 p.m., the 60-year-old vendor had an argument with 2 of his male relatives, after which they started fighting. Both men reportedly attacked the vendor and used the machete to chop him to the right side of his head and to the back of his hand, which caused wounds that bled profusely. He was taken to the hospital where he was admitted. The relatives will be slapped with wounding with intent charges. Illegal firearms seized on Angels Drive in St. Catherine. The police are reporting the seizure of an illegal gun on Angels Drive in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Monday. They say a joint police-military team was in the area when the premises was searched and the illegal firearm was seen wrapped in a plastic bag under a pile of debris. The weapon was identified as a Smith & Wesson .357 Magnum revolver. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Lennon High School student collapses and dies in May Pen. Staff and students of the Lennon High School in Clarendon have been left shocked and grief-stricken following the sudden death of a 5th former Tristan Graham. Graham collapsed in May Pen, the parish capital, yesterday afternoon. When they rushed him to the hospital, he died, one relative told the news. Lennon High's principal, Frederick Latre, said Graham was a disciplined and respectful student and an active member of the school's band. Tristan was one of our most rounded students. He was a prominent member of our school band, played the bass guitar, keyboard, and drum. He was also a member of the cadet and a home economics student, he said. Latre said a trauma team from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information will be dispatched to the school. Kingston man freed of 2007 murder. Kingston laborer 31-year-old Dwight Leslie, who had been in custody for more than 9 years awaiting trial, was today freed of murder in the Home Circuit Court. He was freed after his attorney Peter Champagne QC argued that the case against him was weak. Leslie was on trial for the murder of 21-year-old Anthony Barnes, who was killed on June 1, 2007. When the matter started on Monday, he elected to have his case tried by a judge alone. Prosecutors led evidence that about 10:30 on the night in question, Leslie along with others shot and killed the Barnes. According to the prosecutors, the killing was witnessed by Barnes's father, who subsequently died, but whose written statement was relied upon in the trial against Leslie. At the end of the prosecution's case, Champagne submitted that the quality of the identification evidence was poor. It emerged during the trial in cross-examination of the scene of the crime witness that the area was dark and therefore the witness's ability to see who killed his son was poor. Photographs taken of the scene supported this. Champagne's submission was upheld by the presiding judge, Justice Leighton Pusey, who freed Leslie. Wanted man captured. Sanjay Hudari Nelson, who was wanted by the police on May 12, is now in police custody. Nelson was wanted for the murder of 23-year-old Lincoln Atkinson in Pimento Hill, St. James in 2016. Lawmen acting on information went to an area of Leith Hall, St. Thomas, where it was believed Nelson was staying. However, he was not located. About 1 p.m., Nelson was taken into custody by a minister of religion to the Morant Bay Police in St. Thomas. We thank the public for sharing information that leads to the arrest of wanted individuals. You can share information by calling Crime Stop at 311 or the nearest police station. Manchester thieves to face the court. 2 would-be thieves who were busted in Hatfield, Manchester on Friday, May 14, are set to appear in the Mandeville Parish Court on Wednesday, May 26, to answer to the charge of housebreaking. They have been identified as 29-year-old Philip Alberts of Hopetoun Road, Manchester, and 24-year-old Michael Mays of Melrose District, Manchester. Reports are that about 9 a.m., a homeowner was alerted that her house was being broken into. She contacted the police, who responded and surprised the thieves. Both men were caught inside the house. They were charged after an interview in the presence of their attorneys. Porter chased and killed in Kingston. A 30-year-old hospital porter was chased and killed in Liverpool Street, Kingston 4 yesterday. Daddy's Front Booth, otherwise called the Cheese of Franklin Town, Kingston. Reports are that Booth was riding a motorcycle when he was pounced upon by 2 men on another motorcycle who opened gunfire at him. In an effort to escape, he turned onto Liverpool Street and entered a building, but the men followed and continued firing at him. He died on the spot. The police are investigating. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.